Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, let's take a look at the re-release of the half anniversary challenge quests. Now these were super hard when they came out 6 months ago. You saw me struggle with the wind quest on stream. Of course, I have a video for that. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But I see a lot of players out there asking for videos, and we all made videos back then, and they must be kind of buried or hard to find. Or maybe they don't know the right things to type in. But in any case, we can take a look at my updated clears. Any vets, I think, out there are going to be having an easy time with this. We've gotten so many awesome DPS costumes since then. Okay, so I finally got my sweet redemption of clearing that wind quest, like with an actual, speed run or whatever you want to call it. A nice, clean DPS run. Right? Okay, so let's just get straight into that. Check out that clear first. And then we can talk about the build after. So I brought Sino Noel as fire support, and then the obvious choice for fire DPS, Celeb Yuri and Sino Akeha. And we see just a regular weapon combo. Noel has her own spear, which debuffs. Has a fire crush and a defense break. You saw I cast the top skill of each of those two ladies to try to get their character skill ready, because it takes time for the weapon skills to go off in the combo. There, Akeha's ready. Good. And it just feels really good to get a beautiful run. Yuri, and we all know she caps very easily, and so does Akeha. And I almost got it with that Yuri skill and didn't need Akeha. But in any case, there was a sliver left. It is what it is. But we get to see that beautiful animation, don't we? Okay, so here's how I built it. This is pretty typical of how you'd build in Subjugation or Tower or any kind of like high difficulty quest if you're trying to burst it down. Basically, I have memoirs that prioritize crit rate and damage. And then everyone has fire weapons because Noel has that verve. And the attack stats of fire affinity weapons boosted by 40% for the whole party. So everyone has fire weapons, and I try to pack in Blaze Boon. Now, also really effective on this fight if you can pack in some Caged Vigor weapons, or bring a Caged Vigor costume like Joker does really well here. But I love these three weapons on her. This is pretty much my arena build with different mems. And I tried some other things. I tried her own EX, and I just wanted more hits. And of course, we get more buffs out of the deal. You saw I cast that skill 1 early on in the combo, so everyone gets that fire buff. And then this is the new ROD Demos weapon. This is pretty cool because it allows her B gauge to charge quicker. If you saw in the video, that character skill comes up pretty quickly. And then I also happen to have that same thing in the form of debris from Summer Gale. I'm getting all those dupes of Summer Gale. So that's why her character skill goes off so soon. And then this is here for synergy, crit rates, and Blaze Boon. And then just a crit EX. She's kind of overkill on the crit. Could have dialed it back, but she's pretty easy to build and pretty easy to cap. There were some other runs where she was just under cap, and that's because I didn't have any Blaze Boon in the subs. So make sure you're getting that Blaze Boon in those subs. If you're new and trying to do this, this might not work. However, my companion build, I'll just comment on it really quick. We have one for boosting fire damage, one for resisting wind, and then one for Valiance, and this is the only one I used actively. So team's pretty typical. And really quick, we will take a look at her weapon here because it's got these awesome skills. Awesome passives. Okay, so yeah, there's the Fire Crush. Oh, you know what? It's only... Oh no, it's 30 seconds. Yeah, so beautiful weapon to use, and it's just a great stat stick, even if she wasn't main-handing it. Cool. I didn't change my water team. This was already built, and it kind of has farming weapons, but the farming weapons are actually really good to have as subs because they have liquid boon, bold vigor. Oof. So Saryu offers water support with her character skill, has a courtly devotion, which is like the most OP support weapon, and just, you know, some bold vigor. The subs kind of didn't matter too much. This battle was easier, and these were farming weapons, but they end up being great subs. The liquid boon and bold vigor. Poor Theo didn't even get to act. This one was a lot easier. Christmas Griff really made this quest pretty trivial. So let's head over and take a look at that clear. By the way, on that first one, I didn't have waves 1 and 2. It's part of the video, but all I did was just let auto attacks kill. Just saved up that first combo was what you saw on the third wave. I'm doing the same thing here. Now, here this witch poisons everyone, and you want to have a combo ready, ideally, to knock her out, but there, I get poisoned. That's not ideal. Also, let me pause it. So what you want to do to avoid that is bring off-type weapons in the main hand. I didn't have to, this was my first attempt. I put through my farming team on there and they beat it. So if I was having trouble and I wanted to do more planning, I would go ahead and use off-type weapons as main hands so that I can stall more in the first wave, and then that way I can come in just ready for a combo on wave 2 and get rid of this witch before she can poison me, because you also get a penalty from being poisoned against the third wave. And we can see, we'll see how that worked out. I'm also not doing as much damage because I took that hit and I don't have any bold vigor. We saw all the bold vigor packed into the subs. My DPS here. So they come a little short. This is a sloppy run. Oh, no, they killed. Never mind. It's just that we got hit with that original poison hit. So they're all poisoned. But what happens is, as I launch my combo on wave 3, the poison wears off halfway through.
Don't waste my time.
Triggering the combo in a suboptimal order. I was kind of just panicking and trying to get it in. It would be better to use Theo character skill first for the defense break. But we'll see that it didn't matter. So Saryu buffs everyone with her character skill, and then the 2 skills on the courtly.
This is the best I can do.
And you can see using Griff is just kind of like being on cheat mode. He's just too strong. Cool. So I want to talk about if you are having trouble with that wind boss. My previous video, which I'll share in the card there or in the description, you can find it. There are ways on this wind boss. There are ways to do it if you don't have the confidence to use a DPS strat like this, because it has to be the first combo or you're done for. You're gonna die. So the only other option is to stall it out with a lot of healing and tanking, pack in poison and burn into your build, and just survive and let poison and burn stack as many instances of poison and burn as you can. I ended up clearing it with like a 3-star Noelle. I think because she had an attack break, or she's tanky too. The 3-star dissenting Noelle. The shiny knuckles, 3-star fists, great for burn, and it's the proper element type. And oh, and it has a self heal. That's why it's good. And unfortunately, I had that team built for nostalgia, and it was in here, but then it got overwritten when we had that ROD bug. But long story short, you just tank it and let stack multiple instances of burn, poison, and they actually stack with each other, and they just chew away at that HP. And I had this super clutch win after hours of struggling on stream. So again, I'll share that video so you can check out that strat. So basically anyone can pass it, because you can put together, you know, either welfares or 3 stars that can finish the job with that strat. It's just about surviving and letting burn and poison do the work. So for the third quest, here's my win team. Again, this was just kind of like a win team I already had in here. So Yuri, new Yuri, we know she's busted. This was a farming weapon, but not a bad weapon. Not the best though. If I really wanted to maximize it, I'd put some more Tempest Boon here. And oh God, her crit rate. Don't look. No, that's not good. She is not optimized. And then these farming weapons actually are good subs. I love this combo, the Boon Haste combo. And Lacrima Lavanya is an awesome wind support. He gives a Wind Crush and a Defense Break. And he looks awesome. And then Gale is just random, just someone to use the sword. I don't know. Sorry, there isn't much strategy going on here. It's like, oh yeah, I threw my farming team at it. The quests are 6 months old. However, this one is going to be similar. You just want to build, you know, a typical DPS team, like support, either 2 support, 1 DPS, 1 support, 2 DPS. Just huck and pray and hope for good RNG. And in any case, here's my clear of it.
I'll cut down everything in my way.
So I just kind of auto through the first 2 waves. I'm skipping a bit. Okay, there's this cube boss. Suboptimal skill order there. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, I forget that on the sword and the fist, the wind EX weapons, you want to do the pursuit skill first and then the top one. And then try to put that, you know, the gun that Yuri's using, try to put that combo skill at the very end. So that was suboptimal there too. Whoops. But at least I'm here to tell you. And you can probably predict that I'm not even going to make it all the way through this combo.
Do not waste my time.
So the water team and the wind team weren't really a problem, but I will admit that doing this wind boss with the fire team, this even though it's been 6 months, this was a doozy, and there were some bad runs where, you know, just some RNG didn't go the right way, and I didn't get a character skill up in time, and if this winged beast hits you even twice with those AoE hits, you're just done. You're just done for. But again, if you bring some Caged Vigor, like, you are guaranteed to have low HP. Just watch their HP gauges go down.
Do not waste
Yep, just ticking away with every turn. Ticking away. Actually finished it with higher HP than my other attempts on this run. But I love how it turned out. Nice and clean. Cool, and that's all I have to say about the revisited challenge quests from Half Annie. It was kind of fun, at least the wind battle was kind of fun to try my hand at a nice clean, somewhat of a speed run. I wasn't trying for speed, just trying to get it done in one combo, and it was pretty fun. I hope it was helpful, especially if you go back and you're having trouble with that one, go back and check out my old video where I show the poison burn strat and break it down, and I show you the loadout for that. All right, so I hope you enjoy that and that it's helpful. Thanks so much for watching as always. If you like what you see here, throw a like on the video and a sub on the channel if you haven't yet. It's so much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one.